now. I know I can't pronounce the name. Don't
worry.
And yeah, and so this time around it's looking like the same. It might, stretch down a little bit more south, but if we'll have to see how it closes. Now, if it does close there, then it seems like it's going to be a Thai rotation all over again.
Yeah, I was looking at Damroot. He takes out a crossbow. He breaks open a tire of a pickup truck, trying to negate BN United from rotating. It could have been that pickup truck for themselves, though, as MS Chonburi will have one member being knocked down by Datcom, bringing that early Mini 14 into action. And you look at this guy. He's only got a level 1 helmet, and he's already taking those fights. It's pretty impressive to me. He's kind of surrounded by the rest of MS Chonburi, though. But the rest of Eagle Esports, they also do have a certain high ground elevation coming in from those office buildings inside the city. So Pop, he's trying to find ways that he could open up rooms so that they could save Ponzai quickly. They found a vehicle, though. But I wonder if Namshin is going to be able to contribute right now. Now that 2 members on the ground, MS Chonburi having a poor start to the game.
He saw that rotation though. He saw Pop moving across the map. That should be fatal, but they only managed to spray down the smokes. Nowhere else they could have been, so that should be pretty much it for MSC unless they could outplay this one out because the push has been coming. Datcom pushing in forward, spots out Jasper, who's getting into a car, and he will eventually bow out.
That was a beautiful attack launch from 4 different angles. Look at this diamond formation that they executed well enough, eventually go into a 2-2 split. And it was also Namshin playing Kingmaker in this matchup here. And you just see him having that perfect bird's eye view. He didn't worry. He got the Thompson. He got that 50 bullets to work on by. They knew where Pop has already moved into. There's only one compound they can hide across from. Now he's going to be running into the office building. How long can he hold up? Molotov's being thrown in, but that is not needed. Chopper and co of Eagle Esports getting those massive 4 points to start off Miramar.
It's like player kills player. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
look at this replay, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that perfect shot coming from Snipes. Literally taking that sniper to squeeze it through that garage.
Oh, this is a good
beautiful.
one. Infinity up against FaZe Clan. This is one to watch. It's a spectacle as Corpie now falls onto his knees. Overcommitted a little bit. MR5 tossed the Molotovs on forward. Does not get the angle right. And now that's going to create an opening for Newsy, who comes in with the spray and secure Corpie. Meanwhile, Tony K right at the back end tries to spray on forward. Does not clip onto anyone just yet. MR5 now books into a buggy and maybe gets out of there.
It's perfect timing that he went proing as well. Infinity members, they like to take this hill, and we've seen these battles before ensuing by the corners of the hills of Chumacera. And it definitely is very difficult for anyone to play across this area because they just need to take one side of the hill as a back cover in case that there's going to be shots being fired on the opposite end. With the circle shifting deeper into the Crucible. Well, this isn't Crucible. This is Minas del Val, all the way down into the southern side. Some of the teams can actually look to find a little bit of residential space.
We'll respect the capabilities of Encore PUBG, not trying to push too far forward, but they will poke and prod until eventually something breaks. As now Ravenclaw tries to go in with the flank here. Schweppes now takes down Twen. That is one member of Encore PUBG, but they traded with Schweppes, who's gone too far out. I think, well, Encore PUBG, they might actually have a chance here. 2 members, though. They have to play with only the 2. The nade gets tossed on forward, will clip, won't take him out just yet, so they will get the revive successfully. That is, well, back up to health here, but the nade again just damaging them, and now Twen back down on his knees just when he got picked up. Fluke waiting no further, just pushing on forward, but he's got to look at the high ground here as he shoots, and now they're shooting back at him. He gets tagged a little bit, immediately goes for the prone, but will be traded out here. APG falling to the hands of these vampires.
Schweppes still the player to look out for from Myanmar Esports, the top fragger of the team. And we've got great grenades coming out. Ravenclaw, meanwhile, Infinity will take on fight against RRQ Ryu. Asa now moves into the building. He has to find a little bit of opening up into the rooftop, and that's GodTunny already being shut down with a great flank angle from Napical. Now they also sniffed him down as well. Hiding in the farm is not the best place to be, while MELA managing to get that opening being sorted out. There is a little bit of push coming from NFT into the compound, and it's more casualties being set into the side. BN United will be able to take down Loopy and Stone. Finding a hit of Chopper as well. Strap now pushing forward, and they have to eliminate EVOS Esports very quickly. Damn Shin dropping that grenade, switching over to UMP. Now that's the drop, and Stone is already down. Myanmar Esports taking too many fights, but they will secure 8 total frag and take out EVOS Esports.
Yeah, Vampire, just one prey after another. They're thirsty for blood. And take a look at Infinity here up against RRQ, getting burned out by the blue zone here. So pressure is on them to make a move really fast. But Infinity is not too safe either. Nowhere near the circle. Would have to make the rotation and book themselves a ticket out of there. But if they move on, they could be giving themselves onto the way of Asa, who's positioned himself up on the rooftop. So what would it be? They will drive away, and Infinity leaving one member behind just to make sure that RRQ gets pinned and does not make their way into the circle.
Definitely a dire situation for some of these teams that are outside of the playing area. Lyzerg now having a few nades flying over from SVAFVEL. NFT Esports, they are quite bruised from some of these fights that they were taking. SVAFVEL is the final member remaining for NFT, while you have the Tigers slowly crouching over their way over its flank. And this is where not much can be done by SVAFVEL. He will eventually get wiped off. And EVOS Reborn, this is their second elimination for this map itself. There is a little bit of damage being done from NFT, so that's pretty much decent. Now back to RRQ, where Myanmar Esports, final member remaining in the form of Sweps, will be able to claim another one with FaZe Clan also up in the hills. So it's definitely smarter for Sweps to play a little bit more defensively.
Yeah, being only one member, there's only so much you can do. There could be a threat just by having another member from RRQ around to trade it with him. So we'll decide to book out out of there, get out of there before the zone closes in a little bit too far deep. Meanwhile, all these other teams only coming into fruition here. Oh, what? Denied himself, I guess.
He could have survived, perhaps.
Nah, go in for the deny.
He's like, you know what? I think I had enough. I'm just going to take a break here. It's like you're kind of surrounded by other teams and you just don't want to give leads to the rest of the competitors here.
But look at that, though. Circle is looking like they're painting another. It looks like it's going to paint another similar finale here with GeekFam, Axis, and Infinity now closing within the circle. So in BTR, I hope we didn't snooze on them. Yeah. They're taking over the high ground.
And Bigatron Red Aliens are having a little bit of split formation while FaZe Clan opts to hide out in the ditch. Luxy now will be finding a little bit more angles as he moves in with the Mirado. That might just be troublesome for FaZe Clan now that they don't really have too much vision to work with as well. And a lot of high commitment smokes coming out of EVOS Reborn, now that they're seeking out for the final member of BN United, but hey, he's
in the trash.
In the dumpster.
Where he belongs. He's gonna try for it though. He's gonna spray, but it's all 3 members, and well, his body will not be found as it decomposes alongside of it.
Yeah. Pretty bad way to smell off the exit. But no complaints. I think it's a decent finish on the top 10, while Team Secret will secure a few more, with Axis Rate 1 needing Faris to pick up Voki. They do have the time to do so now that there's a few members of Team Secret who's already down. Zuxi breaks the vehicle and finds Ventores. Bigatron Red Aliens now goes on a rampaging form once again. Now, the circle is in the favor of these two Malaysian teams as they will have to take the fight head on. Faris, he managed to find eliminations alongside with Voki, securing those frags, and the fight will continue with Infinity having a high ground advantage here. Liquid right down below. There's not going to be lots of grenades, but he's going to push right through with the UMP as well. Now UMP actually find those shots. It's not going to be able to connect. MELA now needing to actually push forward as he needs to find members of Bigatron Red Aliens, but there's way too many of them. That's not going to be angles for him to peek, but MELA will try nonetheless, and he will fall. Same goes to Logan.
Well, MELA's in the cover of smoke and actually go for the revive here. That's going to be a hard feat to pull off here. Infinity Newsy leaving only him alive left to pick his brothers up. But Bigatron's not going to make it easy for them. Yep, they're just going to push on forward, have the high ground under the cover of smokes though. So they will get some sort of revive on their way. Not pushing in too close to comfort. Liquid just, well, he's stalking his prey on the top side. Can he go in for the jump shot though? Oh, what is going on? What is that? They tried to shoot on forward, but Liquid jumps straight down, and he sprays too into the grave. Is Infinity out in 6th place with 4 kills.
What a huge play by Liquid. That's a daredevil move. Like, he just basically take that leap of faith. He knows that many of them have already got the haste speed bars removed, but with him high up in the ground, taking that huge recall of a chance, and now here comes a grenade coming from RedFace, and Farah's got to reposition. Pokey is still inside, but he will be clipped up by the name. EVOS Reborn now having a huge chance, but Lyzerg's pretty far away. He's taking on GeekFam as well as they claim numbers one after another. That grenade will rule off chances of Axis Red 1 in the game. But over on the high hills, it's Bigatron Red Aliens.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be an Indonesian chicken dinner for the first time in this second Super Weekend. No Thai teams has lasted into this final few circles here. EVOS still standing strong alongside with Bigatron, but it's GeekFam who's in the way. Only a couple of members remaining, if not just QB. I'll have to see that one later on when it does flash out in the sides here, but QB is looking like the only member from GeekFam who's playing in hiding in plain sight.
Boy, oh boy, quite a round it is. And look at this, 3 teams left. It's phase 6. There's a vast area to play out from. And you look at Lyzerg, yeah, he's running out in the open. He's not getting punished by QB. Oh. Meanwhile, shots are being fired at Bigatron as you have RedFace, KF, as well as Big Microboy on the far western end. So on the north side, Bigatron, they are trying to march their way downwards as they spot out Lyzerg, and QB is the only member still surviving for GeekFam.
Wait, did he just draw out a pen? Is he gonna just throw one out there and give his position away? Well, maybe so. You can try here, but it's looking like a stalemate that's going to proceed to go on at the very least, at least until this circle closes in even further to see who would have to push onto who and reveal who might have the advantage in the high ground.
Exactly. Let's set the story straight for this finale between these teams, right? You got the El Clasico of Pmpl Indonesia in the form of EVOS Reborn challenging Bigatron Red Aliens. This is going to be a big win if Bigatron actually takes the fight perfectly against EVOS Reborn. And if EVOS Reborn gets the chicken dinner cheer, they will solidify their chances once again. Now Zuxi has been able to sniff out the final member remaining from GeekFam. They will secure a top 3 finish, and now let the El Clasico begin. It's a 4 versus 4.
Yeah, and Bigatron looking like they might have the advantage here. Look at how the circle has closed in into an open area, and EVOS will have to push in forward. Bigatron can just leave member perched up on the hill here, getting some coverage, but Lyzerg takes down you, high boy. They have crippled one member, so the number advantage goes the way of EVOS. Zaxi maybe to fall on with, taking so much hit, and Lyzerg just coming in from the off-angle low ground, doing so much work.
Look at the long-range trades coming in, and Luxy trying to find Lyzerg, but he's just basically having so much cover on that low ground that it's impossible to land those shots. There's not going to be any revival onto Zuxi or even you, high boy, at the moment. Liquid is a little bit too far away, and they need to actually get in the circle. It's slowly shrinking inwards while you look at the crosshair. They're just looking around, and I don't know, it's a little bit of red laser beam going up across, and RedFace is going to drop in those nades, and it's making it harder and harder. Bigatron, only one member surviving, and could Luxy clutch it out against the White Tigers. EVOS Reborn, they smell it. They can't actually take the trades here, and the chicken dinner is nigh. They're about to cook up a storm here. RedFace dropping a grenade, and they will secure the kill onto Lyzerg before anything else. Luxy doing the 3 facts, and this won't be it. EVOS Reborn takes chicken dinner number 2 of the Super Weekend. Match 2.